It's not your nurse or Ghana. The beardness. Oko Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook. The beardness. What I say? And we be a Janova. I will change also here. We done baby. Oba no. Net to say.
The statement now can work as is very wrong.
Then wrong.
If you tell me that I came to oversee because people were coming, no, that's an insult to me.
How is that an insult?
I didn't come because people were moving to overseas.
So why did you come?
I came because it has always been my priority. Yeah, when I noticed that the system in Ghana was very bad.
When did you notice that?
When I was in my mother's room.
You are not serious.
When I was in my mother's room.
Because I couldn't have a I was everything the skilled worker visa about Kruma and you can't say me, bra. Do
you know when people start?
When? Before 2020, none of the door in the names of which number UK. None of the door saying.
But one thing about you is that I always
don't go personal.
No, I'm not going.
No, but what I'm saying is true.
Let me learn before you intervene.
So, mommy now.
You know
that one is a lie.
You are very young.
Who is young?
And you are a novice. So
you understand? In what?
You are a novice. Like you don't know much about life.
What do you know?
You see, the amount of salt that I've eaten, you have not even. I'm being honest. Do you know when people started to travel abroad?
I'm not talking about
today.
I'm not talking about traveling abroad.
No. I told you that I started when I was in my mom's room. I mean, you are behaving as if I'm lying.
No, I'm too that
was just by the way. So you know, I think I plan of relocating when I was doing my national service at Suntresu Government Hospital. There was this staff nurse. I mean, it's even an insult for me to say staff nurse. I mean, he's a big brother to me. Bro Steve. I don't know if you remember him. Yeah. When I was at the medical ward.
I think I was pediatric ward, yeah.
Yeah, pediatric ward. Yeah, medical pediatric ward. I mean, he was the shift in charge there. So when I got there, he was learning the IELTS. At that time, I didn't know anything about IELTS. So he introduced me to IELTS and I mean, motivated me that I can do it. I should start learning and proceed to book the exams. But at that time, my mind was not there. I wanted to.
Where was your mind? The guess.
Oh no. At that time, I was having those muscles. Okay. You know, you were.
You
know it. So the girls were chasing me. You know it. Even those in charges. When I'm working with them, they will be like, "Hey, Eugene, why didn't you be a soldier? Why, you know, those kind of stuff." So at that time, I wanted to further my education. You know, yeah. I even told you about it.
That time I wanted to go for physician assistantship.
No. Public health nursing.
Oh, okay.
Have you forgotten? I wanted to further my education and move from being a general registered nurse to public health nurse because I wanted time for myself. You know, when you're a registered nurse, it's like you are being manipulated. You come, your shift is being manipulated by your in charge. She tells you to come for work at afternoon, at night, at morning. So I didn't want anything of sorts. So I wanted to be a public health nurse, you know, so that I will come to work from Monday to Friday.
But you blaming the in charge for making the 3 shifts. I don't get it. Where does that come from? It's the system. The system is that we have 3 shifts in Ghana: morning, afternoon, night. So you want to be a public health nurse so that you can come for only days. That's up to you, but you don't have to blame someone for making the shifts.
You are right. I'm not taking that from you. But you know, the in charges have that influence as well.
How?
Oh, they can make you come for work from Monday to Tuesday, maybe morning.
So who should come for the night?
Oh,
What is when I'm there and I don't know now brand up. So that was your personal choice over call public health. And it's not about the shift. Fine. If the shifting system is your what do you call it? Your reason, fair enough. But don't blame anybody.
You know, here in the UK,
I don't know anything there.
listen. Let me tell you something. Here in the UK, the shift is in two, day and night. But you can go to your manager or your manageress that you have given birth, so you want the rota to toe the line, so that whilst your wife is at work, you will be in the house to take care of the children. Do you know that? And they will do exactly for you.
But do you know that thing also happens in Ghana?
They know.
Do you know that the same
importance of children?
Do you know the same thing happens in Ghana?
What?
Did you give birth in Ghana? What was your reason why you wanted
Ghana? Even if you are dying, your child will say, "Hey, come to work."
In charge, no. And then no correct. And fine, in charge, man. And then no correct. And you guys say Ghana,
don't make it seem like I am now out of Ghana.
I'm
talking ill of Ghana. Come on.
Men can't talking ill. But what you're saying,
we were there.
And then no correct. In charge, man, I'll be say, "Oh my man, obey, into on."
Some don't care.
Who told you?
I'm being honest with you.
And
some are good. What you are saying, there is some center of truthfulness in it. You understand? But listen. But majority of the in charges are very wicked. They don't care. They don't care.
Okay, all reason another person the free bedside, eco community side no. There wasn't any tangible reason, attached to it. Who will be out? One person over there. Senka ebi awo baby ana oba baby ana bibia tona. Sorry. O person run morning shift nko a. Obetima call in charge on no makasa. Ebe obetima call deputy director of nursing service or DDNS or facility or. Ebe ba o tana ga say o be ma o person o public health nti because ubeba night ubeba afternoon kan when na night na ma be ma. And nipa omo nipa in charge so omo nipa. What the reason Papa Kwa? What the reason Papa Kwa you?
Let me tell you this story. When I was doing my national service at Suncheso Hospital, I was at the theater. Yeah. And there was this vaccination which was ongoing. And when you are working as a national service personnel, it takes like, as a nurse, especially when you're a nurse, it takes like 10 to 11 months before even the allowance, the petty money that they will pay you, it will come. So I worked for 10 months without pay, without any allowance. So when there were, I think, Sister Cynthia, I've forgotten the name, I think it's Cynthia. She introduced me that, they'll be having this vaccination, polio vaccination. So if I want, I should come and enjoy.
Okay.
You understand? So, at that time, I was struggling because I've worked for 11 months without any allowance. Transportation fare, everything. So I told my in charge that I will need some 3 days off.
For what?
For the polio vaccination. Because I will get paid for that. Right after the vaccination, you get paid for that. So I wanted to cash some money. So I told my in charge about that. My in charge said no. They need me at the unit. So she wouldn't allow it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I turned out to be a recalcitrant, but at times you have no choice. I needed the money because I was really struggling. I was broke. So I disobeyed my in charge, and partook in that vaccination. And whilst I was immunizing those kids at Bantama, I received a phone call.
You were chips now.
It was my in charge. Where are you? I said, the first person is, Eugene, where are you? And I said, in charge. At that time, I didn't lie. I told her the truth that in charge, I am at Bantama. I'm doing some vaccination. What did I tell you when you told me? I was in charge. We have not been paid for 11 months. I really need that money. I'm financially broke. I'm financially unstable. Please. Then he told me that he has gone and told the nursing manager.
Speak to.
No, I'm not speaking to. I want this to go to Togo.
That you come
Cote d'Ivoire.
Could
I don't know. I want this tape to go everywhere.
Baby, I will put you on camera for.
So she told me that she has gone and reported me to the nursing manager.
Yeah, the DDNS.
So, yeah, the DDNS. So the nursing manager wants to see me at this very juncture. So I should stop whatever that I'm doing and come. Hey!
But do you know something?
Let me learn, don't intervene. I don't want any unnecessary interruptions, please. Let me
go on.
Let me finish with whatever that I'm saying. So I was shaking because at that time I was very young.
Oh, Tosa.
I was shaking, and I couldn't stop the vaccination.
So the bottom line is you didn't go.
And the vaccination, we work in twos. You understand? Yeah, you and your partner will be vaccinating these kids. So how can I leave everything?
So did you explain that to her?
I explained to my in charge.
And she said, still you have to come.
She never cared, and she said I should come.
At that point, you don't expect her to care.
Yeah, I didn't go because I couldn't stop. No, because this was more important. I couldn't stop. So I pursued to do it. I went to work the next day. And I mean, he really criticized me. I will never forget that moment.
She did well.
What did you say? Pardon?
She did well.
She did well.
By, scolding you.
In front of students, nurses.
It should have been in front of the whole general hospital. It's interesting.
You criticized a whole rotation nurse in front of students.
Who is a who? Who are you?
Do you know how much it takes for a nurse to get his pin?
It doesn't matter. The point is, if you knew, do you know what it takes to get the pin? After getting the pin, what did you declare to? You subscribe to the fact that you protect your patient, you prioritize your patient. So as a nurse on shift at the theater, let me also laugh. Let me also laugh before. You know what's coming before.
No, wait. I was vaccinating monkeys and crocodiles.
That was outside your job description. That's why I want to come from. Listen to me. That was outside your job description. You said what? You are going to be paid extra for it. No, don't go there first. Listen to me. Calm down. You've made your point clear. Interject. What I'm saying is that you are a national service personnel at the theater. That's what you've been assigned to. Were you working at the public health service? Were you working at the public health service? No. You are a theater nurse, isn't it?
Yeah.
So at that moment, you have been assigned to the theater to care for people who are going for what? Surgery, right? So those are your people that you need to care for, and that was inside your job description. The vaccination, which you'll be paid extra for, was outside your job description. So at that point, it's your extra activity that will earn you money. Fair enough if you say you needed money and you wanted to get that money in that instance. That I agree with you, but that does not justify the fact that you need to break rules to get what you broke the rule. Listen,
but the government broke its rule.
You have to go. You can go and deal with the government.
What do you mean I should go and deal with the government?
Yes.
If the government had paid me after I assumed my duty,
so
I wouldn't have done that.
It's your patient, the government to transfer your aggression to the patient.
I started work on April.
No, I'm not justifying that fact.
And I still didn't receive any penny until January of the next year.
Listen to me.
I am renting an apartment. I take public transport to come to work.
Oh no, public transport. What you call that? So
don't disgrace me. I never went to work. I was always taking public transport.
What public transport? Trotro.
No, I don't take. I take taxi.
Who this? Who this is? I want to quadra. Oh, but not quadra. So Kwada sunsun mebwa. Ofa chiwa no atiasi ai. Ahe fampo. Ai Pentecost as on na we show.
I never
No see so full lie.
I never walked to work.
No see so full lie. Station one no room. Afan chao. No be rest interest. So mo am nim interest hospital no. Opon a on say some pathway be prempe second gate for no. On na ho wan no be so full lie station. No wo ma fa kwada so say the okoba as well. No do ni fie. Asame na kan say the point is, yes, I understand that things were not going on well. But the fact that you broke that rule to disrespect your nurse in charge, you went far. Because at that point, that was your extra money. So if you were needed on the ward, you remember when you told her, she said what? The reason for refusing you to go was that you hear or ward and you hear that I walk. Meaning say, we tell them meaning say Bianca or moon here at that moment or theater. That should tell you something, say, or she cares.
I understand.
One man could because you don't be here. And the walk back. Let me intervene. I've not landed. Let me also land. And the walk back. No, true anymore. I think I'm a crowd of fair. Yeah, and rotation in your goals in person. Oh, a man in a man out here, gaga or whatsoever. No, true anymore. No, Kappa Coca-Cola. Then go a fair general meeting. Like I said, a branch here and about the sisters are boy. Kappa. My cousin of my name is why no true. And now student nurses now also. And I now crash you.
Oh, yeah, I think theater was
Now crash or if you're
not crash.
If you know true and you know, and then
listen,
I
wasn't having any crash. I was dating one of the student nurses there.
You're actually dating. That's unprofessional.
What do you mean is unprofessional?
Student nurse.
Where is this stated in my code of ethics that I shouldn't date a student nurse?
Word.
My code of ethics tells me to promote professionalism and trust. But nurses can get married among themselves.
No, your superior.
Subordinate. What's wrong with it?
Mate, until now, no be tremping.
So you never dated? Oh, come. You never dated a student nurse?
Debbie. As I say no, when you know grassy. Maybe I'm again in Wanka. So I school, you know, over for normal.
It's not even about the girl, but the way that, as a leader, you know, one of the characteristics of a good leader is that you shouldn't criticize a staff in front of other staffs.
Where is it?
It's true.
Where is it written?
A good leader.
Where is it written?
Call a staff to his or her office. Question the staff.
What you did, you disrespected him. You didn't disrespect him. In the private space, in public space. So she also has every right to scold you in public. Because
she didn't care. I have worked for 11 months. You know that at that time in some hospital.
Why are you saying she didn't care?
Let me. Are you going to let me talk?
No, I can't let you say something that is not true and go scot-free. She cared because they needed you.
Some hospitals. I was communicating with some of my friends in different hospitals. They were being given some allowance by the hospital.
So that one is that the fault of the in charge?
Because they knew that we were struggling. How can you work for 11 months without pay? They knew it.
No, me say in charge na yes our policy now.
So you knew that we were not having anything by the government, but we were always coming to work. So which money do you want us to?
And you had two roasters no. You had two roasters no. And I won't buy you. No, akoye adwuma won nchen. Yes, go be amba hospital no. Go be amba adwuma ka rotation for you be amba. I don't be na so ye nchen na aka. In some so me ka say when na construction work bi o Jacobu me kwa akoya. When never word. And at the end of the day, no, listen. All Kenyan after 10 months no, didn't they pay you all the previous months? I'm not justifying the fact that
some died of hunger before that 10 months.
Well, I have no,
you too
about that.
Some died before that.
I didn't know.
You don't know?
Yes, I don't know. Condolences to those who lost their.
It's very sad.
Oh, I say I'm
very sad.
See, them some mechanic.
Some died.
Do you know, sir?
Of hunger.
And then I want Benjamin. I acquire vaccination. Yeah, extra money, no.
I lost 3 of my friends.
See,
I lost makers. They died of hunger.
See the American. The American say. Dana one bedroom no. Say unu say you aka.
Yeah.
You aka because after 10 months no. Say you aka sika nyina ma. Nti okra obu aban no. Nti you should that's not justifiable anywhere. You have to shift. Nti say go be rotating for nyina ka say 10 months ni. You enjoy a canteen, mama can say
what the government is doing to is not justifiable.
But I've never justified
so don't blame me.
I blame you because you put
that die of hunger.
You put your patient.
I'll never do that.
So your patient should die because you need money.
But what can I? How can I take care of the patient if I don't have the strength?
That 10 months, did you die?
I almost.
Why did you die?
Oh, I was even admitted to hospital for I think 6 months.
And the 6 months why you
So you want a sick person to cater for patients?
The say 10 months in a chair coming by. And now this 6 months die I am pass off. Do you my 4 months back? Sana bit of China. Huh? You are not also a contradictor. And try yet.
Oh, I'm just exaggerating, but I was admitted
why should you exaggerate? Why should you exaggerate? And then someone can doesn't know any.
What do you mean?
Not to make a chance always exaggerate. They can one kind of cribia.
Oh, that was just by the way. But I
was no, cancer, my cancer
for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks.
For what reason? For what reason? Oh,
because of starvation. Because of starvation.
What is Obia starving? Obia Komadu Obia Munauda. What's with that? Oh, yeah, nurse. What's your Komadu Obia Mubiauda?
Ojo.
Mbisa was a man or Abia Mabon minim.
Yes, it happens.
Okay, Martin.
So are you telling me that you don't hear on the internet that in some countries people are dying of hunger? Come on, these are realistic. You shouldn't be asking me this kind of questions. You should know. It's no brainer. You should know that people die of hunger.
Oh yeah, now did go but now could do some just the answer there. Masa, let's be serious. The point is there anyone there.
No, I will never. I will never concede that I didn't do well. No, I'll never concede to it. I did what I needed to do. I couldn't die because of hunger.
I don't know.
Working for 11 months. I was dying.
11 months in your movie.
Some died. I'm telling you, some died.
They died because that's a natural death.
Natural death. They died because of hunger.
Hunger, man.
They died.
And hunger behind the Kumo. When I hear autopsy.
Since we completed national service, have you heard of some of the boys? They are gone.
They are gone where? They are gone where? They
are 6 feet down there.
Master, they can do one there. In terms of for Ghana, on in charges, they are very calm. They are good.
I'm not saying Ghanaian.
Oh, genuine question.
Let me say this as an aftermath, okay?
This is not after. Yeah.
I'm not saying Ghanaian world in charges are all of them are wicked. No, I will never say that.
What you did, Nadia,
I will be so much grateful to make that conclusion. But what I'm saying is that some are heartless. You and I know it.
No. Reason now, we did justify to be a heartless.
Even if you are going through shit, he or she doesn't care.
And on the
do always want you to work.
You have to work because you be paid. You have to work because you be paid. I don't know if you don't work and you get paid. And also in cheating government. And the honka. And Sadana would defy all us. Now quite extra job. Enya iskagu botum no. Abani chauka, ababaneka. And the home. Oh, then I would home.
By example, if you always want people to work irrespective of whatever that he or she is going through, then you should also pertain to that line. You understand? You will see these in charges coming to work 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Come on, you are not much a human than others.
What? I don't know, guys. Now, can you in charge? Remember, 5 days pay. I said, now, okay.
Per their code of conduct, they are supposed to come to work from Monday to Friday. It's only weekends that they are off. So what are you trying to tell me?
Written? What do you mean?
Don't shout.
Yeah, catch them. Maybe I mean,
it's part of their code of conduct.
Ewa hen.
NMC.
Job description. You say.
Yeah. 5 days.
About 5 days.
5 days.
And I'm about 3 days.
But you only see them twice. A week.
So
come on, don't do that.
You concern anything? Huh?
We are all human beings.
You concern that you come 5
at times
days.
the unexpected happens. It's not like okay, I know some people play through and see is there, but at times people are going through deep shit too. People are going through deep shit. So if they come to you and plead with you that they need some off days to do certain things, come on, you are human being.
But you are needed on the world. As someone I would have can say.
There are others there. Am I the only man?
Others there.
There are others there.
Reason Ben or the man. Or see, you hear our word.
Because you didn't want me to go. There are others who that come.
Come from where?
Come on, you are Suncheso. You knew how many rotation nurses were there. You knew it. You knew the number. You knew the number there.
Oh, come on. And think one I was surgical one. Now me that time na more medical one no. When
I was at the theater unit, the rotation nurses there, we were almost 15.
So does it mean say that day no?
So people
that day every morning listen to me every morning every night. Maybe I shift now you're exhausted.
We will cut no shift. No.
Masa, you were needed. Jerry and one there. We
will come and we will get overcrowded on the unit.
That's not your business. At the end of the day, they said on that day you were needed. Jerry and one there. And then I also come myself. So if you have any issue about say someone for Banama overcrowded that, you should tackle that one on another tangent. What I said.
You see the issue now. You see what I'm talking about. So should God help my brother to become a ward in charge? He's going to do exactly the same.
Exactly what? If you come
he's
to
going
me
to do exactly the same.
Because
how can you support this?
No, the other supported the other. The other you didn't do it against the in charge though. It was against your patients. Which yes, it was against your patients.
No.
Of course. No patient in at the end of the day in charge no yare. Maybe so in charge no yare. Your patient in charge no one yare. And you didn't do it against the in charge.
A hungry man is an angry man. And no one, it's human beings that we are dealing with. If I don't have the strength, how am I going to take care of someone? I need that strength.
You are paid
at the end of the day,
you are paid allowance. You should have saved some and use it for rotation because answer about rotation.
Which allowance? Which allowance are you talking about?
Training allowance.
When I was at nursing school.
Yes, didn't you take training allowance? And I didn't.
2016.
And
I'm doing my service 2020.
Now we save it. Now from 2017, you are
getting me irritated. No, don't say that. No, that's bullshit.
Come on.
I'm working. No. You are getting me angry. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I retract.
I am rendering my service and I'm supposed to be paid for myself. What do you mean that? I should have saved the money that I got.
Because you knew my advice wouldn't
in 2016 because I knew that
you are not allowance and 2016.
Don't say that.
Allowance.
Don't do that.
Oh, 2016 allowance. Now we are taking it. Nanado.
As long as I am rendering my service, I need to be paid for that.
No one is saying you should,
can you tell me that part about the money that I was getting?
Yeah, you took training allowance. You should have saved because now you said before I started rotation. Now you said.
No. This
one should be apologize to who?
Apologize
for what?
Now.
And why?
You shouldn't say that.
Why? My man just 5 minutes the entire mechanics as well. You
people are working for 11 months, 12 months without any allowance. And you are sitting there saying that why didn't they save?
Of course, yes. No, your mama can't come to.
When you came to UK.
And for UK, I'm UK as someone. As my mechanic said, you training nurse is here. When you say to say the minus year, no, or start service. Bare 10 months, close to 1 year now, she come by. And the one is an allowance now, but more than they save kaka fat ho. Sina bear, your rotation. umbre financially. Because I'm not justifying the fact that I buy OSHA rotation. I say the government shouldn't pay your stipend. That's your allowance. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that to be on the safer side as a nurse or as a training nurse or as a national service personnel, or Juma or Faka or the deal rent. Some of them they are posted to far places away from home and all that. The only can say just to say now try to save a little. So in those times now you come my why we save you share car. That's a plus for you. You can live largely. What I say, but don't think I say because to say no, there's a problem. Problem in the say what am I listen. Problem is say abano omoni imagine so meet you from the start. Because of some, administrative issues. Me, I know some of the administrative issues. Even though I'm not just fine, say they can't pay it from the scratch. What I say, even my man can't. Yes, share as permanent staff. How many months did you receive salary? And the 8 months. Yes, you must say February. Yeah, my salary back December. So it's a chronic problem either or mine anymore. What I say, fine. So problem don't solve here. So now. Individual no who find a way able to sustain you what am I say, but you shouldn't justify with say what your patient for because you child car. That's
sorry, let me intervene. You can't intervene, please. You are saying that people should have saved from the money that they were receiving in nursing training school. Fair enough. I want to ask you this question. Do you know that some of us were using this kind of money, this kind of allowance that we are giving when we were students to pay our school fees? Do you know that?
Yes.
So why should you make a suggestion that why didn't people save?
I did not say they should save all the money. I never said that.
But you know that nursing, the fees that we were paying in nursing school was a colossal amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Some were paying. I think
and was the allowance paying all the money?
3,000 Ghana cedis.
And the allowance paying all the money.
In 2016, we were paying around 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Listen, I just want to establish a fact. Allowance na no mutiano. Need to meet you also, Mr. Fee. Maybe so. Name do baby. Allowance no a month you're saying 400 Ghana cedis. Semester bia you spend it 3 months maybe. Averagely 3 to 4 months maybe. Even allowance no kwa na mba. Obeti make a semester na wie. Be 2 months, 5 months after number. So we need 3 months allowance mpo say 1,002. And no feeding fee mpo. Oh, but the allowance was to supplement my mental something. The allowance mainly it wasn't
write it off.
I didn't write it off. I used part of my allowance to pay part of my school fees. But person catch you say,
so you are victim.
And you're victim. Na say skaba na me the school fees. That's what say me bitia. That's something I can tie the American. Oh, my man can. Oh, tie me. We just jumping into the American say allowance no. It wasn't to pay off your school fees. It doesn't mean it's kind of bad. I won't even fund your school fees. Allowance was to support you, or clinicals, or transportation, or but some pamphlets. What is not there? Your parents are supposed to pay for your tuition. Allowance wasn't for tuition, but it doesn't mean allowance never now the school fees. I won't even for being chair. I'm not saying that. But the main purpose of allowance is to cushion you. It's not to pay your school fees. And the people that can allowance and not your school fees, that is wrong.
No one is supposed to point a gun at someone to collect that person's possession. But at times, there are so many things which are against our will. You understand? And you are sitting there saying that the allowance was meant to pay your.
That is why it was paid. Yes. It wasn't for your school fees.
Some were living in a broken home.
Oh, as soon as American, what's all? As soon as American, and I'm from one to say. Me say allowance and it wasn't for that purpose. But over, and Americans are mainly crying the edu baby no, the allowance in the HUI fees. But that wasn't the purpose of allowance. And I'm person me say allowance no. I'm from most of the school fees. But no just say you chamawa. Ultimate friend to your school fees. Say me person make. And then now we can't say no.
Ideology that you are making. Where is it stated that the allowance was just for feeding?
Oh, do you know that I was into student politics. I was a student leader in nursing college. I knew most of these stuff. Listen.
You were a student leader?
Of course.
In nursing college?
Yes.
Really?
Well, I can't say much. Some politics in the I so much so. And I say the purpose of the allowance initially it was to entice people to come to nursing training. What I say. So from those days, 2000, they no much amount for nursing amount for pay. What I say, amount for co-uni near the other. nti na mu tuatu allowance na be ya manfo ni be generation ne ho so eto aso a bedu ye penso what I say enti sambre no na allowance na nye school fees what I say na be so asen o kwa clinicals o be fa car what I say o be top pamphlet bi na dia socket ho di be didi so what I say but then nti say sika no ba and for untimi fa bi ntia school fees what I say nti en fa show trim say school fees na allowance na ba be tia ma even allowance na yesen 1,200 at the end of the 3 months. With school fees now charging, isn't it over 2,000? So it was just to pushing. The then can say so when the allowance 1,200, so but you must save 200. No boy. If you 100 Ghana, probably you must save it at the end of your 3 years. No, we bring a cry. Cost service in ma, usika maya, which must spend it. Then we can be a difference.
And yeah, I know that's what you're saying, but you are making it seem like people are already well established.
No,
before you can save, you must have some.
That's not true.
Some kind of establishment.
That's like, not true.
Oh, how can a poor man save?
You can save.
How can a struggling poor man save?
You can save.
Before even your salary will come, you are owing like.
You can save
thousands of cedis.
You can save.
Don't say that.
You can save. Everybody can save.
Don't say that.
It's just the quantum or the quantity of amount that you are saving will differ. So are you trying to tell me that if your salary is let's say 500 Ghana cedis, you spend all?
Last year there was this footage about nurses saying that they've been sleeping around because the government has not posted them, blah blah. You see, people are struggling.
That's their personal choice.
That's what you say because
that's their personal choice. Why should you go and sleep to someone for money?
Because it never happened to you.
Why you need to go and work?
For you were so lucky that you were established.
How was I established? I was established. Listen to me. I was established.
People are going through a lot.
I'm not just
to the extent of selling their body. And if you can sit there,
the fact that you are going through a lot,
that's their personal.
That's a personal choice. My can't say no.
It's not their personal choice. It's because they are under duress to do it.
They are being forced. Who is forcing them?
So they should die because of
who is forcing them? Who is forcing them? Listen, said, "Not me okay, no, I wasn't okay." You saw that because one, see, okay. I put in measures. Mama can't say
aside the nursing, you're also a designer. You're also.
Mama can't say, oh, Nipa now say, well, under duress to say about boy German because he can buy and I in China can. That's his or her personal choice. Mama can't say, didn't that be some make honest school now me graphic designer.
It's not his personal choice. He's being compared to do it.
It's not compared, no. It's their personal choice.
Because the person is dying of hunger.
Who is dying of hunger?
You have never. Come on.
When you come out, Mama come out say, Mama can't say
a hungry man is an angry man.
But for out here, I'm not going to say it's their personal choice because see, Usi can buy and just only being called an Nyeska, and I could buy a shower. Sorry to say Nyeska. Oh, Casana, me graphic designer, me t-shirt. What I say, me blog, me all those stars now. That was my personal decision to do extra thing aside my professional job to earn money. I should say, Nipa na okobo jama, be man na bi oku we are there because in this man. What did they do aside their professional mandate to earn money? That's why you need to tell them say, oh your ba, usi can buy, unyeska, and not just a corner of being called that. Obetima ididi, and so I need no be or a month for you and ebi botri, ebi away, ebi come there, ebi nyama bia, ebetimi abo. What's the allowance 3 years? You
are sounding as if it's here in the UK that you have lived your
never Ghana what's the allowance?
You know how difficult to get job in Ghana?
What job?
You know how difficult it is to get a job from
job bank
in Ghana?
Or Pama, they also had the Pam no hard to get a job. Or Butrin hard to get a job.
You think establishing
no, Obi no Chamaka. See, maybe so graphic designer na me no Obi no Chamaka. Huh? Manko ye dwuma in Chamaka na ba in Chamaka. Manko pregnant will be a ho. T-shirts na me no. That was my answer dwuma mission and na brain iska. What I say? Kakra. And you two be for some questions and you say dwuma pending. Dwuma pending ending. I don't know say ka ho asem. And then they all can say abano fine men justify say abano ni say check or so check. But don't start na buy then na be. Wait ma kobo aban no. There be. Until one or say you be smart in finding ways to earn money and be supplement to living as a national service personnel. And you say obo sa brafo no. Until me ka say your more personal choice at Temasi.
I don't want to argue because like
When you argue,
no.
Oh,
No. But your reasons are very
valid.
flimsy.
They are
They
valid.
are flimsy. They don't hold water because we have some people who are really hardworking. You understand? Yeah, it's not like
hardworking is say okay no be
let me make my point.
Hardworking ben. Oh, hardworking now.
It's not like they are sitting on the fence. They are trying to find something to do with their lives. But at the end of the day, they are not getting it.
What you be ben? Okay,
it's not that easy.
Don't be ambiguous.
To set up a job in Ghana. You know it.
Oh, did I set up a job?
The fact that it happened for you doesn't mean it will happen to Kwesi. Come on. What, you see,
but it's easier for them to go and sleep with people.
It's not that.
Maybe so. It's not easy to set up a job, but it's easy for them to.
To some extent, yeah.
Oh, no, Bema no, but Kodana Koboko no easy.
It's easy.
Oh wow.
Than getting a job or establishing your own job in Ghana. I'm being honest.
But me in case you've been establishing a job, Mrs. Sanu Juma. Nema is Kayon Sanu Juma be bro how bet me you don't need a physical shop. You only one for motor and online. Omunyeska. There are various business avenues I bet me without needing to go and register a big business and I'll be setting up a big company. What I say? I'll bet me as a young graduate. And you say okay, share company. I say no. Nobody is expecting you to do that. Did the American have a person? But out to me, Jack, if you didn't say no, be called Danielska because you come, no. Yeah. Since you'll be sure and mother,
no. Minka say, I didn't say sleeping around is better than finding a job. I said,
but that's the option you are trying to.
No, I said, and the context that I use is in terms of difficulty. Please don't put words into my mouth. Don't say something that I didn't say. I said finding a job in Ghana is more difficult.
So where would the difficulty come
than sleeping around? That's the.
But at that point, I'm not expecting you to go and find a job. Me say when I be say me the example no. That time me compare you baby and there be me finding ways say then I meet me here. Meet me here juma aside the nursing profession na menyeska. That was it. No necessarily say some compare you or company be mu here. And I said fine, so on person obey business. That's how bit my career you company be more. And it's happening for me. It's happening for me because I plan. It wasn't by luck. It wasn't by luck. It wasn't by luck.
I also tried to drive tractor. But it didn't work for me.
Why?
Because I couldn't find a help.
How? You couldn't find help.
I couldn't get it, and you are saying
you couldn't get what? You applied to be trained to drive. And then yes, I was okay.
No. I already know how to drive. I just wanted a tractor to drive.
Open up it until we are there. What was your move?
I tried searching for one.
From where?
I discussed with people.
From where? Did you go to your company?
Yeah.
And now could be no kind.
I wrote so many applications. I even it was to no avail. I couldn't even get any
feedback.
Yeah, no one gave me any feedback.
So no just say maybe I said because
so I want you to know that at times you can try and you can prepare well enough and still fail. It happens.
It doesn't mean go and do the wrong thing.
I'm not supporting it, but
you're supporting it. You just said it. No.
I'm not. No, I'm just being frank. I'm not supporting it.
No. You are supporting it. What is being frank about this?
You will be under duress.
There's no duress.
That you never thought of doing.
There's no duress. That's what I also disagree. There's no duress. You not come to you, but you try to find a way. What all the fire now?
Don't sit in front of the screen.
And your screen only
act as if you are perfect.
What is perfect? I mean, you've been called and Jiska. We are the Jiska because I in Jamaica as a national service personnel.
It might not be that, but
what?
It could be other issues.
Other issues that
you have done, and you never thought of doing it.
As my came from question,
No. I'm still on the issue. I'm still on the matter. The board.
Life for me the obiara bibia. But you can't abra. And the yes say life from the show obiara boni. But me can say at the point I national service personnel oba also no be kwada because he in child car. It doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. And the environment for baby. Let's stick to the issue.
The person has worked for 11 months without any money.
Mm-hmm.
The person was posted into a rural area.
Mm-hmm.
She's renting.
Mm-hmm.
She's paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeding herself.
Yes.
She's taking public transport. 11 months. She has not been, let me intervene. Let me end, please. 11 months. There is no allowance. There is no money. So how do you expect that person to survive? So wait, no. I want to ask you.
Until the only best way to survive in this
where do you expect the person to get the money from?
What be some question, no. That's
she's already in a rural area. So which kind of job is she going to do in that rural area? Come on.
There are so many opportunities. Rural. What we say, myself?
Don't preach virtues and practice vices.
What is practice?
Don't practice vices and preach virtues.
What is virtue and here? Ube bisa myself. Me you know as my be kind the mentia say. See, ubisa say sani pa no kwan be so no be fa so ayede. Enye ska didi and I was surviving. And I make sure say be a crisis or can and opportunities for. What happened to farming? When you scare of farming, man, can be sky and there are so many enuma. Obi tonsu, obi chichire, obi no aduane ton aside. When you teacher for the next far, your business, increase your ejuma. That one is there. Obi timia. No matter say we come by no, and don't just say kobo jamai. That's one area ma canon. Obi timia ejuma, obi timia farming, obi timia tonton aduane ne ne manema work na say obi nyeska. Yes, there are so many opportunities down there. So here you know crash. I'm trying to find out. There are so many opportunities. And don't call that. And don't think I say. See now one nursing training college. When you say, abandoning your admin self started Juma. Obicha ka ashase na nti ube twembe 5 months, 6 months, 7 months as well as cash asiaba. Unim. Nti allowance na original CAB. So na we start rotation and honchiro. Na one obi ankoda ankonyeska asema mekan boni ben ewom boni ben enewom. The fact that you chawaka and now you've gotten the opportunity to know that osha say you chawaka sesia entirely na won prepare towards that problem. Now translate do so show them from kasa me ma samre na duru na samre nduru a sebi me no obi akoda anyeska. It doesn't make sense, my brother. I know America. And there's neither here nor there.